Welcome to our deep dive. This time, it's Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist.
Oh, a classic.
It really is. I mean, it's often mentioned alongside books like The Little Prince, you know?
For sure, for sure. Timeless wisdom and all that.
Exactly. And we're going to unpack why this story about a young shepherd, Santiago, who dreams of finding treasure at the Egyptian pyramids has resonated with so many readers.
Right, right. It really speaks to something deep within us, that yearning for something more, a purpose.
Yeah, like a calling.
Coelho captures this through the idea of the personal legend. He introduces it very early in Santiago's journey.
Oh, you mean with that dream?
Yes, that recurring dream that set Santiago on this incredible path. He dreams of a child pointing him toward the pyramids of Egypt.
And it feels so real to him.
Absolutely. So compelling. He seeks out this old woman. She's known for interpreting dreams.
It's like the first sign, right?
Exactly. The first of many omens that guide Santiago. The old woman confirms what Santiago's heart already knows. He needs to go to Egypt.
Like the universe is nudging him, giving him a signpost.
That's it.
Makes you wonder, are we surrounded by these little nudges too? And are we even listening?
Such a good question. And then, soon after meeting the old woman, Santiago meets a mysterious figure. This guy calls himself the King of Salem.
Oh, this is the guy who introduces that personal legend idea, right?
Yes. Everyone has a personal legend, he says. It's this unique path we're meant to follow in life.
I know that sparked a lot of discussion. Some people take it literally, like it's a specific career path laid out for them.
Yeah, and others see it more broadly, like pursuing passions, desires, that kind of thing.
So how do you interpret it? And how can our listener apply this to their own life?
Well, that's the beauty of it, isn't it? It's open to interpretation. Could be a specific career for some people. For others, it's nurturing a talent. Or maybe even just a journey of self-discovery.
I like that.
The key is to find what truly resonates with your soul.
What sets your heart on fire?
Exactly. The king tells Santiago, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it.
Powerful stuff. It's like we're not alone. The universe supports us.
When we're aligned with our true purpose, yes.
Inspiring. But of course, any great adventure has its challenges.
Right. And Santiago's journey is no exception.
He runs into a thief, right?
In Tangier, shortly after arriving.
A bustling port city on the coast of North Africa.
And it's rough. Robbed of his money, his sense of security.
And that illusion of control we all like to hold on to.
It strips him bare. Forces him to confront his vulnerabilities, rely on intuition.
Life rarely goes according to plan.
Adaptability and perseverance, those are key to achieving our dreams.
Humbling experience for Santiago, but it leads him to a variable opportunity.
You mean working for the crystal merchant?
Yes. At first, it seems like a detour from his quest.
But even seemingly mundane experiences can hold profound lessons.
So true.
The crystal merchant is interesting. He represents a cautious approach to life. Fear of change.
He has his own personal legend too, right?
Going to Mecca. But he's paralyzed by the thought of leaving his comfort zone.
It's a stark contrast to Santiago's adventurous spirit.
And it highlights the dangers of clinging to what's familiar.
Makes you think, are we playing it safe in our own lives?
Or are we taking risks to pursue our dreams? But it's not just the contrast that's important with the crystal merchant.
What do you mean?
It's the change that happens inside Santiago during that time.
Okay.
Even though the merchant is afraid to pursue his own dream, Santiago recognizes how important it is to chase those dreams.
Yeah.
Staying put, being comfortable, that would betray his own personal legend.
He chooses to keep going. Even after being robbed, it would have been so easy to just stay there.
Exactly. He's starting to understand the journey itself matters just as much as the destination.
He's taking that leap of faith.
Like the king talked about.
Yeah.
And then he joins a caravan crossing the Sahara Desert.
Wow.
Talk about a new world of challenges, eh? This journey across the desert. It becomes a metaphor, don't you think?
For life itself, yeah, I can see that.
It's got danger, delays.
You have to adapt, rely on others.
Coelho's using the desert to represent those tough times we all go through.
When we're really tested.
Stripped down to our essence. And in this harsh environment, Santiago meets all these fascinating people.
Right. Like that Englishman.
Completely absorbed in his books, searching for the alchemist.
He represents that intellectual pursuit of knowledge.
Such a contrast to Santiago's intuitive approach.
I love how they meet like that. Shows there's no one right way to seek wisdom.
Absolutely. The Englishman's focus on alchemy, though.
Alchemy.
Yeah, that ancient art of transformation. It kind of foreshadows the changes Santiago goes through.
I see. And what about the caravan itself? All those people, all those personalities, like a mini society, isn't it?
It is. There's conflict, cooperation, fear, faith.
Despair, beauty.
It's a crucible for Santiago's growth.
He has to face his own biases, learn from people different from him.
It's in this mix of cultures, that he starts to grasp the language of the world.
Language of the world. That's one of the most interesting parts of the book, I think. Sounds mystical, though.
It is, a bit. It's the idea that everything is communicating.
Really?
We just got to know how to listen.
How do we do that?
Being present, being aware, seeing how everything connects.
Like noticing those little signs, signals all around us?
Yes, whispers of the wind, patterns in the sand, the way animals behave.
It's like that mindfulness stuff, isn't it?
Exactly. It's about being in the moment, paying attention,
Noticing how the universe is talking to us.
shifting our perspective.
Going beyond our own little egocentric view.
Yes. And that's what helps Santiago navigate the desert.
Brings him closer to his personal legend. And then there's that oasis.
Emerging from the harshness, a place full of life.
It symbolizes hope, doesn't it?
And the rewards that come after trials.
It's a sanctuary for Santiago.
A place to replenish. And this is where he meets Fatima.
The woman of the desert.
Their love is so profound.
It's instant, deep, like they recognize something in each other.
Soulmates.
Fatima, though, she's not some damsel in distress.
No. Strong, independent.
Totally connected to the desert.
She represents a different kind of love.
Based on freedom.
Trust. She actually encourages Santiago to keep following his personal legend.
Because true love supports growth.
Exactly. But then trouble arrives.
What do you mean?
There's a tribal war brewing.
Oh, no.
Santiago tries to warn the chieftains about the approaching army.
And they don't believe him.
It's easy to ignore what we don't want to see.
That's so true.
This conflict forces Santiago to trust his intuition.
To act, even when people doubt him.
And this is the moment. The alchemist appears.
Wow, finally. It's like destiny brought them together.
The alchemist becomes more than just a guide.
Right.
He's a mentor, helping Santiago understand the soul of the world.
He's a mysterious figure, that alchemist. Like, he sees things on a different level.
He does. He guides Santiago toward a deeper understanding of the soul of the world. Remember that. The Englishman was searching for that secret.
Right. And Santiago actually experiences it.
He does.
But how is that even possible? What does it mean to experience the soul of the world?
It's recognizing the interconnectedness of everything. Sensing the energy that flows through all things, understanding we're part of something much greater than ourselves.
Wow.
The alchemist teaches Santiago to listen to his heart, trust his intuition, recognize the signs, the omens that the universe sends.
It's not about rules then, is it?
No, it's about developing a deeper sensitivity to the world around us, tapping into that universal energy that connects us all.
Okay, I get it. But it sounds like a challenge.
It can be. Remember the scene where Santiago has to turn himself into the wind?
Yeah, that was crazy. Seemed impossible.
But the alchemist reminds him, when a person really desires something, all the universe conspires to help that person realize his dream.
It's a powerful thought. We have so much potential inside us.
And when we're aligned with our true purpose, the universe supports us.
But there are still those scary moments, right? Like when Santiago's captured by the tribesmen. Talk about fear and doubt.
A life or death situation. You'd think the alchemist would step in, rescue him.
Right.
But he doesn't.
Why not?
It's a teaching moment. It's a chance for Santiago to show his courage, learn from the experience.
He makes him use his own gold to buy their freedom, too.
He does. Reminds him that life might give him less next time if he's not careful.
Respect what you have. Don't take it for granted.
Exactly. And as they get closer to the pyramids, the alchemist keeps sharing these stories, these insights, like that one about the centurion. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah. The one who said, "My lord, I am not worthy that you should come under my roof, but only speak a word and my servant will be healed."
That's it.
Santiago really connected with that story.
He did. It was like he suddenly realized that even the simplest things we do can ripple out through history. It highlighted the impact we can have on the world.
We're all connected.
The alchemist's teachings aren't just about self-improvement,
It's about seeing the bigger picture.
Right. Recognizing our place in this grand scheme of life. Understanding that our own personal legends are often tied to the well-being of others.
So Santiago finally makes it to the pyramids, this place he's been dreaming about. What happens when he gets there? Does he find the treasure?
Well, this is where Coelho turns everything upside down.
Mm.
Santiago faces all those challenges, crosses these vast distances, gets to the pyramids, and the treasure isn't there.
What? But he went through all that.
He did. It turns out the real treasure wasn't gold or jewels.
Oh, I see. It was the journey itself.
Exactly. The transformation he went through, the wisdom he gained, the love he found. His true treasure was inside him all along.
He could have stayed a shepherd, had a comfortable life.
But he wouldn't have fulfilled his personal legend.
The real riches are in the pursuit of our dreams, aren't they? It's the lessons we learn, the connections we make.
Santiago returns to Fatima, having achieved his personal legend. He understands the wisdom of the alchemist.
The treasures we seek are often closer than we think.
Right. That's the message. And the journey itself is the greatest reward.
This has been an incredible deep dive into The Alchemist. It's a call to adventure, an invitation to really listen to our hearts and the signs from the universe.
Each of us has a personal legend waiting to be discovered.
A unique path that leads us toward our potential. So, what omens are guiding you? Are you listening to those little whispers, those signs pointing you towards your destiny?
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope it sparked a sense of wonder in you, a desire to embrace the magic of your own journey.